Keith, I've never asked for your opinion on baby carrots. What do you think?
Baby carrots?
Yeah.
I prefer them over the regular size carrot. Also, I prefer them over those. Or I guess the regular size carrot would be that
take
the
it
carrot,
out of the ground.
You pluck it out of the ground.
Bugs Bunny guy.
Yeah. It's total Bugs Bunny carrot, right?
You know what? The other night, I had a couple of those big Bugs Bunny style carrots.
Really?
The crunch on those bad boys is unreal.
That's why Bugs Bunny is always crunching down on those,
what's
bro?
up, Doc? And it's just like, boom, smack.
What's up, Doc?
It's so good. But the
good.
crunch is like double the trouble on the big carrot versus the baby. But what about celery? You got baby celery, also the big celery stick. What do you think there?
I feel like celery's the crunch you would get if you would eat that big ass carrot.
Yeah. So,
the same.
Some people say eating celery is just like eating crunchy water. What do you think of that?
Facts.
Really? You agree with that?
Oh, facts, dude.
No, celery's got a flavor.
I think that's total facts.
No.
Same thing with jicama. Jicama, if you've ever...
Good God. Yeah, everyone
Jicama.
knows you with your jicama.
Jicama is a vegetable.
Yeah.
It's water in the form of a vegetable. If that makes any sense. Jicama is water in the form of a vegetable. It tastes like nothing. It tastes like fucking paper if it tastes like fucking anything, dude.
How about...
Celery's even... But I will have celery and peanut butter.
Oh, it's great.
Jicama, the best fucking sauce for
What do you put on that?
is probably ranch.
With jicama?
Yeah, it's probably...
That sounds disgusting. That sounds terrible.
Jicama by itself is even worse. You don't want to try jicama alone. That'll put you into a cardiac arrest.
Yeah. What about...
but just because of the lacking of the flavor.
Yeah, Keith, what about with the jicama? You used to bring it like in elementary school, and then you'd always like throw the jicama at people. Like, didn't want it. You just like threw it at somebody.
Well,
jicama! You threw it away.
You know what? I apologize to my parents for that one.
Yeah, they were trying to give you a nice lunch.
They're trying
Sorry,
to give me a
Keith.
nice lunch.
Trying
Make
to
me
take care
eat
of
healthy as a child, and here I am
throwing it.
such a degenerate, just throwing my jicama at everybody.
Oh, God.
Like, here, you take a shot to the face with this piece of jicama, dude. You piece of shit. We'll chuck this jicama at you, man.
Okay, well, for our next lunch, we're going to be having baby carrots, celery, and jicama.
Yeah, no, I have a passionate hatred for jicama.
Okay.
I'd rather have celery. I'd literally rather have celery plain.
I'll have them all.
Go out there and try some jicama if you want to fucking be very underwhelmed.
Have some jicama. All right, cue the theme music.
Jicama, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kel's Cuts. This is the podcast where we talk about, well, movies. I'm your host, Kellen Slattery, and I'm joined today once again by my illustrious co-host and a horror fanatic. He's the self-proclaimed animal expert. You know him. We love him. It's Keith Vogt. Keith, how the hell you doing, brother?
Wow, man. Jeez, your intros are just make me feel really good.
Good.
Thanks, man.
Glad.
Hope you're doing great.
Yeah, I am.
Kind of feeling like an escalator today.
Oh?
Sometimes in life, I feel like I'm going up. Others, I feel like I'm going down.
Oh.
But either way, I'm enjoying the ride.
Oh, that's nice.
Escalators, baby.
That was a
Escalators.
good closing line on that.
Thanks,
that was
man.
nice. I really like that. So, Keith, we've got a big surprise. It's a special, special surprise. Today on the show, we've got a guest. And the guest was aforementioned on our last show. He is potentially our number one fan. He's a huge fan of the show. He's a friend.
He's a diehard.
Yeah, he's a diehard.
diehard.
You know, he's in our fantasy football league. He's a
yes.
passionate fantasy football player.
Passionate.
I mean, this guy's effort in the league, that's no joke, man.
Oh, he's our Adam Scheffner.
Oh my God, yeah.
He's our Adam Scheffner and more.
Every time
he keeps
a player...
he keeps the league rolling.
Yes, whenever anyone gets traded or contract
Yeah,
gets signed,
yeah.
he's sending it in the group chat. Just you guys got to know. Boom, sends it.
Yeah, me and you are the commission, co-commish, but
Right.
this man right here is really the one that holds the glue together and
absolutely.
just keeps this league rolling every
Yes.
single year.
Yeah.
And I mean that with every fiber.
Yeah.
Every fiber of my being.
Exactly. So he's a fan, he's a friend, he's a fantasy footballer, and he's also a self-proclaimed Lord of the Rings fanatic. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mr. Cole Prince. Cole, welcome to the show. How you doing, brother?
Jeez, guys, I'm doing just wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Oh, baby.
Huge fan of the pod.
Yeah.
Huge fan of you guys. Love you guys. Thank you for such kind words. Just
Let's go, Cole.
So, yeah, just glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Love it, Cole. That a baby. We're happy to
Love
have
you, baby.
him on the show,
Love
guys. Here is the show. It's Kel's Cuts. If you're unfamiliar with how this works, let's break it down, okay? If you've been with us before, you already know, but for some of those new listeners, we start out with a box office breakdown. That is the
B.O.B. Shout out to Bobby Ray. We love your
B.O.B..
music. We respect you. And, we think you're a good person.
Yeah, it's B.O.B., it's Bobby Ray. That's a box office breakdown. So we break down the top 5 at the weekend's box office. We go from 5 up to 1. After that, we have our news segment. It's our movie news segment. It's our boom or bust movie news segment. So if we like a story and it's giving us feelings of positivity, we give you a reaction of
Boom shakalaka.
That's right. But if we don't like the story and it's giving us feelings of sadness, despair, and other types of negative emotions, we give you a reaction of
You're a busty hyena.
That's right. A busty hyena. Where the hell did that come from? Huh?
I like hyenas.
Okay, good for you.
I don't like them in The Lion King, though.
No, neither do I.
They hunt you down. They're in packs, and they are no good.
Yeah,
they are no good.
exactly.
The dangerous version of a wolf.
Right. Cole, hyenas, you like them? You don't? What do you think?
They're very mean creatures.
Yeah.
They tend to laugh at other creatures. Anyone
laughing.
really.
Yeah, they mock you.
It was just laughing, mocking you, just mean guys in general.
Yeah.
Those assholes.
Yeah, those hyenas, they really get
nice.
you.
Yeah, they're the bullies in high school.
They are, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so that is our movie news boom or bust segment. After that, we go over our cuts or our highlight of the week. This week, we have special guest Cole Prince on the line with us. So he has elected to talk about something that he really loves. It's a highlight for him. It's the show Prison Break. If you haven't seen it, Prison Break, it was a very, very popular show. Cole is still watching it. He's rewatching the show. He really likes it. So we're going to hear all about that later. And Keith, you and I, based on that, we will be talking about a highlight in the prison movie space, right?
Yeah, you summed that up perfectly. I think a highlight in the prison movie space.
Something that we like.
Yeah,
we'll
whether
reveal it later.
Our favorite prison movie, or if it's our favorite scene in a prison movie.
Yeah.
Anything prison movie related.
Yeah.
Or maybe prison show.
Prison show.
I mean, shout out to Beyond Scared Straight. I just wanted to give that a quick shout out there. I love that show on TLC. I'm sure many other people do.
That's the one.
It's great. It's great entertainment, and it shapes boys into becoming great young men.
Right. That's the one where
Beyond Scared Straight, you shape them up into becoming just better men.
They take troubled teens and take them into like a ride along, but in a prison setting. And all I remember is there's one episode where it's this massive buff dude, and he's yelling at this young kid, and he's like, "You better comb my chest hair, buddy."
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah. Man.
What?
Yeah,
Is that what you do in prison? You comb each other's chest hair?
Man,
Is that what
dude.
we're doing? Jesus Christ.
Man, it gets intense, dude. One time, there was a kid who was really acting out, and then this absolutely intense prisoner walks up to him, tells him to get on the table, and it's those steel tables.
Oh, yeah,
in prison. You know what I'm talking about? Gets on the table, puts a white sheet over him, and says, "There you go. Now you, a dead man walking."
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Said something like that.
What a way to set an example,
Yeah.
huh?
Or he said, now you're the dead man on the table or something like that.
Wow.
He called the little kid.
Just a kid.
Yeah, he just called him a dead man.
Dead. He's a dead man. Oh my God. That really shakes you up. And you know what? That kind of makes you scared. Some might say scared beyond scared straight.
100%.
You like that?
What a follow-up.
Let me get one of those.
For you, I enjoy it. For you, I enjoy it.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Don't do it for me. Don't do it for me.
Cool. You like the
Keep
laugh
that thing
track?
away.
I like the laugh.
Yeah,
Wow,
Cole likes the laugh.
We all do love it.
That's good.
But yeah, prison, baby. And you don't want to end up in there.
No, you do not.
Yeah.
Definitely not. No.
So, guys, that is our cuts or our highlight of the week. After that, we hit you with a lot of people's favorite segment of the show. It is the BSOTD. That is the bold statement of the day. That's your hopes, your dreams, your thoughts, your feelings, your aspirations, all of it packed up into one, a tight little bow, a present. It's a gift. We have it for you, and we're going to be revealing it later on the show. Keith, do you know what you are talking about?
No, I do not.
Cole, do you?
Thank you for asking.
Not at all.
Cole, not at all.
Wow.
Me? Not at all. None of us know what we're talking about. Sometimes it comes naturally organic throughout the show, or maybe it just strikes you in the moment. You go, boom, whoa, that's my bold statement. But it's always fun, and you always learn something about the other person. It might be their favorite food. It might be their favorite snack. It could be their favorite scene, maybe a favorite quote. I don't know, but we'll hear about it later.
Okay, you know what? I think you
already got one?
I think you saying that
It
got
triggered
me into
you.
it.
It got you something.
It triggered me.
The
yeah.
wheels start going.
Yeah.
You think of something. You go, whoa, that's good, and then you want to say it.
Yeah.
You got to share it with
Okay.
the people.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
you'll share it later.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You got a twinkle in your eye right now, brother.
Yeah. Well, it's
Good stuff.
something I'm passionate about.
That's good. So, guys, that's the show. We're going to start off with our BOB, our box office breakdown, then our movie news segment, the boom or bust segment. Then we've got our cuts or our highlight of the week, and we'll close it out with a BSOTD. So, without any further ado, my friends, it is time for the box office breakdown.
B.O.B. baby Bobby.
Oh, let me get another one of those. All right,
Cha-ching.
nice.
Bobby, we miss you. Where are you?
All right, guys. So this is for the 13th weekend of the year. It is March 28th to March 30th. We're going to look at number 5 right now at the box office. It is A24's Death of a Unicorn, starring Jenna Ortega and Paul Rudd. It's Death of a Unicorn, bringing in $5.78 million. That's 5.8 if we round up on 3,000 screens. Keith, it's Death of a Unicorn, number 5 spot. It's its opening weekend.
Yeah.
Did you see the film? What are your thoughts here? What's going on?
No.
Didn't see the film.
I
Okay.
did not see the film. Disappointed in myself for that one.
Yeah, it's a horror comedy. It's up your alley.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's why I say that. Disappointing. What I will say I'm even more disappointed in, the fact that this movie only didn't even bring in $6 million.
Nope.
Its opening weekend.
Right.
That's a disappointment.
5.8.
Especially for an A24 movie. The cast is pretty loaded. It's got Jenna Ortega, Paul Rudd, both massive names in the industry right now. Will Poulter.
Yeah,
Cast
he's
is
in it as
loaded,
well.
bro. And the script is really enticing too. You know, they stumble upon this unicorn and then, you know, they try to keep it hidden, right? But then I guess the unicorn ends up wreaking havoc on them. You've
Right.
seen the film, I haven't, so I'll
Right,
wait
I
till you touch on that. But yeah, I can't give a specific reason why I didn't go out and see this one. I guess there's maybe more movies that I'm a little more interested than this one.
Gotcha. So, and how about you, Cole? Were you aware of Death of a Unicorn? Is it something that would be up your alley? Did you see the movie? Did you see marketing? What was your takeaway here?
Yeah, I would say I was just barely aware of the movie. I'd maybe seen one billboard or one trailer in general about the movie itself. I mean, just hearing the title, Death of a Unicorn, it definitely seems interesting. You know, horror, not necessarily being my cup of tea.
Wow.
May not intrigue me in that sense, but I do love
Right.
a good comedy. So, you know, the mix of horror and comedy may get me to see it, but it just might slip past. This one just might slip past me.
Right. Yeah.
fair.
It's definitely
fair.
a title that does intrigue you right off the bat. You hear Death of a Unicorn, and it makes you think, oh, okay, what? Like, I know what it's about, but how are they going to
like, what's
do
going on
that?
here?
What's going on
It's-
here?
It's unique, but, you know, maybe too unique.
Yeah.
in a
Yeah,
way.
maybe right. Maybe it's playing on a specific niche of the audience because
Right.
guys, we look at the numbers here at Rotten Tomatoes. It's got a 55% on the critic score,
Okay,
so it's
so
very
real
split.
50-50.
So 50-50. You either liked
Yeah.
it or you didn't. But the audience, it's got a 78% on
Okay,
the audience
okay.
score. So guys, Death of a Unicorn number 5 at the box office. I saw the film.
Yeah. I heard it's a bloodbath.
It's violent.
Jeez.
It's a violent movie.
I heard it gets pretty bloody.
It gets pretty bloody.
I think if I went out in this one, I would really enjoy it.
Keith, I saw the movie Death of a Unicorn. It wasn't great.
Oh, my.
It wasn't good.
Oh, jeez.
It was bad.
Okay, I retract that statement.
It was a
then.
bad
Okay.
movie. Keith, the movie starts
So
out.
I take your advice very
Yeah,
seriously.
listen,
Yeah,
Keith.
You know, that's going to affect me going out to watch the film. for
Yeah,
sure.
you know exactly where it's going. There is no surprises in this movie, and they don't do it in an engaging and thoughtful way. There's a lot of sequences in the movie where I'm going, how on earth? The way that they balance tones in the film
Okay.
is quite terrible.
Oh,
The
geez.
balance of horror and comedy, and also they're trying to mix in some emotional moments and give characters like an emotional push and pull and tug. It's very poor. It's very lackluster. And then, as you're saying, it's very violent. Some of these moments of gratuitous violence, they come out of left field. They don't do
really?
anything for the script. It just kind of feels separate. It almost feels like they were making two different movies going on. It really didn't work for me.
Man.
Character dynamics weren't quite strong for me. Some people would do things, then you're going, okay, that's very cliched, very tropey, and it's not even working in a cute tongue-in-cheek way. It just comes off as kind of dumb.
Okay.
Simply
interesting.
put.
I heard Paul Rudd actually was doing some stuff that kind of didn't really match up with the tone of the film.
You know, I didn't think that I always loved Paul Rudd, and I didn't think Paul added anything to the film.
Damn.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that the biggest key point here is Jenna Ortega. I thought she was great,
Okay.
and the emotional moments for her really worked. But there would be a scene where it would be so violent, and they're amping the tension up, and then they cut, and now we're in two separate characters' journeys, and it's a really emotional moment, and we've kind of destroyed the pace of the sequence we just built up, and then they cut back. and then now we're back in the gratuitous violence. It really felt like a mixed bag.
Yeah.
The tone didn't work for me.
Didn't really know what
the
they
pace
were
didn't
doing.
work for me.
Yeah.
The laughs didn't work. I'm sorry. I give this one a pretty low score. This was a bad movie for me. It was bad.
We were talking about how the monkey did a, kind of
I like the monkey a lot more.
not so good job at mixing the comedy and horror elements. You thought this did a worse job at that?
Yes, I think that a lot of the jokes in the monkey worked a lot better for me.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
And I thought a lot of those fell flat.
Yeah, it
So,
worked better than this one. This
yeah.
one really didn't hit for me at all.
Really fell flat for you.
Yeah, it's disappointing. So I
Kind of
see.
seems like a movie that didn't really know what it was.
I agree with that 100%.
In
It's a
terms
movie
of the
that didn't
tone.
really know what
In
it was.
terms of the tone and in terms of the genre, too.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta know what genre you're doing, bro.
Guys, I was disappointed in this one. I really was. It's a shame. But that's enough on Death of a Unicorn because I love all the people involved. It just didn't strike me. It just wasn't the movie for me, and I'm sad to say it.
I'm still interested in it. Yeah.
At least you gave it a shot.
I did give it a shot.
You know?
I
Yeah.
came
Give it a
out
shot.
there.
I can't say that for myself. I don't know if I would have given it a shot or if I will. So
Right.
good for you, man.
Right,
Yeah.
it's true.
Honestly, you speaking badly on it, honestly,
Makes you want to see it.
I
You want to
mean,
make your own
maybe-
opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
just-
I do for sure. I mean,
Right.
it's disappointing to hear, but I do still want to see it for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, because it's an intriguing story.
It is.
You find a unicorn, what the
Right.
hell? And
Yeah,
also, we've
it's-
rarely seen that in film, too.
Yeah, just doesn't
like the
go
story
anywhere
of a
interesting.
unicorn, like a unicorn, it's one of the most popular creatures in folklore, yet we've
Right.
rarely seen it on screen.
Right.
Finally, we're getting
Right.
a big name movie with
True.
a unicorn in it. I'm sure that's going to draw a lot of people in there, but it's just, again, it just seems like they were missing the tone of the film and what even genre they were kind of trying to put out there.
Yeah.
And if the movie doesn't know what it is, how are you going to expect audiences to like it?
Exactly. And I think you felt that from the marketing because
Yes,
I wasn't too
yes.
keen on the marketing
That's
when
what I
I
was trying
saw
to say with that.
trailers.
Yeah.
Exactly how you just put. They weren't quite sure what they had on their hands. They didn't quite know how to sell it. And I think we see that in the numbers with a sub 5.8 million.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
I wish it brought in more money the opening weekend. Under 6, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
That's
it's a
not
shame.
good.
So, guys, next we've got the number 4 spot of the box office. It is also a new release. This one coming from Universal Pictures. It's a horror movie playing on 2,800 screens. This is The Woman in the Yard. Woman in the Yard brought in $9.4 million. The Woman in the Yard on its opening weekend, $9.4 million for Universal. Keith, Woman in the Yard, it's a horror movie. It's at number 4 opening weekend. What do we think of this one?
That's big, man. Yeah, no, new horror movie, and that's a big boom either way. It brought in more than I was expecting it to bring in. I was expecting it to maybe not bring in 8 mil, but here it is bringing in 9, and
Almost
it's above
10, almost 10.
And I expected Death of a Unicorn to also be higher up than Lady in the Yard, but here we are. Lady in the Yard takes the takes the win there.
Yeah.
It looks like a fun horror movie to watch, on like a fun date, or with your buddies, It seems really simple, they just have this random woman show up in their yard. Kind of reminds you of the Woman in Black.
Yeah.
Yeah, throwing it back to that film, just kind of this woman dressed in all black sitting outside their yard. And I guess she starts to wreak havoc on the fam, and things go wrong.
Right.
And that sounds like a fun time. That sounds like a fun watch. And, I'll tell you right now, I'm more interested to go out and see Woman in the Yard than I am Death of a Unicorn right now. Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I agree. That's kind of how I went with it. I didn't see the film. Cole, you hear about The Woman in the Yard. It's an hour and 28 minutes, so it's a horror movie where there's simply a woman in the yard. We know horror is not your realm. Did you see marketing for this one? Is this something you would give a shot? Would you rather try Death of a Unicorn? Where do you land on that?
Yeah, I honestly did not hear anything in regards to marketing towards this movie.
Oh, wow.
Again, I am fairly new to, I am starting, as of late, watching the podcast, and I'm starting to pay more attention to movies in general and what's coming out and whatnot.
Nice.
The dedication.
But I think I would rather see this than Death of a Unicorn for sure, because, you just... Who's the woman in the yard? Why is she in the yard? You just want to know these things.
Yeah, who's the woman in the yard?
Yeah,
why is she in my yard? What are you gonna do? What's going on?
Yeah, simple.
Exactly. And I'm not against horror. Horror is just not my cup of tea.
Right. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it is something that I would potentially give a shot, if it's there.
Yeah, I think Cole's got an interesting thing there because we look at 2 interesting titles. We got Death of a Unicorn, which you go, okay, I know what that is and probably what they're going to do with it. There's a death and a unicorn.
Yeah.
Here
Right.
we have The Woman in the Yard. It's another title where it's like, oh, I know what that is, but there's more of a wait, who is the woman in the yard?
Yeah.
Why is she there? I have more questions, and I also do feel more of an intrigue with the title, but the movie only is sitting with a 43% on Rotten Tomatoes from the critics and a 45% on the audience score. Ooh. So people aren't really liking this one, but it did take in $9 million on the opening weekend. I'm still interested in the film.
That's kind of what I was expecting. Watching the trailers for this movie, I wasn't expecting it to be a great horror movie.
Yeah.
Or definitely even one of the best horror movies of the year.
Yeah.
Even top 10 best horror movies of the year.
Right.
I think it's going to be, honestly, a pretty mediocre horror film. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be a fun watch. I think it's going to be fun to watch the movie with friends or your significant other, because there's going to be a lot of good jump scares, and there's some mystery to it, and it's a simple story to follow. Mm-hmm. And
right.
I think that's why I think it's a fun watch. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a great film, but
could be something to go out and see.
Yeah, you can still have fun. You can still have fun watching a mediocre horror movie.
Yeah,
there's so many examples of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, guys, that's number 4. That's The Woman in the Yard, taken in $9.4 million. Next, we've got number 3 at the box office. It is a new release, my friends. It brought in $11.75 million on 2,400 screens. It is The Chosen Last Supper.
Oh,
it is a biblical film. It's a biblical film here. We've got a faith-based movie. Story of Jesus here. It is The Chosen Last Supper. Hey. It's also quoted as a part 1, so there's going to be another one of these. I saw
part 2 coming.
Absolutely no marketing whatsoever for this. I didn't even know, and then I looked at the top 5 and I was like, what? There's another faith-based movie? What's going on? It brought in $11 million, number 3 at the box office.
Wow.
Keith,
good. I mean,
anytime we see these faith-based movies, they bring in money, and they have no marketing ever. They've got no marketing, then they bring in some money.
That's a testament to how powerful religion can be.
I guess so. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to religion, baby.
Okay,
shout
out
to everyone's beliefs out there.
Yeah, I mean, they certainly came out to see this one.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you right now, I want to see it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Good
I'm
for
interested.
You.
Yeah, for sure.
Cole,
I'll watch any good religion movie.
Okay, cool. We've got a faith-based movie in number 3 spot in the box office. It's The Chosen Last Supper. What do you think of this?
Yeah, I mean, I guess was it a limited release?
It played on 2,400 screens. Death of a Unicorn played on 3,000. So it still was a wide release. It just didn't quite play on as many as a larger release. It's 500 less screens than Death of a Unicorn, and about, Snow White was in probably another 1,200. So still a wide release, but not quite as much as a major wide release.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like you guys. I didn't see any marketing towards this at all, or I've never heard of it whatsoever. But yeah, the fact that there's a part 2, I mean, obviously there's something going for it, and they know what direction they want to go in. And yeah, I mean, like you said, it made 11.5.
That's right, 11.75.
Yeah, that's surprising to me.
I mean,
over 10.
I mean, like he said, shout out to religion and those who went to go watch it.
Shout out.
I hope they enjoyed the film.
Yeah.
Nice to see. Anytime a movie is in the box office, it's bringing in money, you're getting people to go to the theaters. I love it.
That's a boom.
It's just as simple as that.
Definitely,
That's a boom, no matter what, man.
So, guys, that's The Chosen Last Supper. Next, it's number 2 at the box office, my friend. It last week was in the number 1 spot. It took a 66% decrease. It's bringing in $14 million. Walt Disney coming at us with Snow White. Snow White right here, sitting at number 2 in the box office with a 66% decrease. Guys, we've got Snow White taking a big dip. Last week it was 45, 50.
Yeah.
It was getting kind of under projections there. There's
not good.
We've talked a lot about the movie. There's a lot of controversy going on, but it's at $14 million. And this upcoming week, we've got Minecraft coming out.
Oh.
I think Snow White, unfortunately, is about to get buried.
Oh my God.
It's about to go. So it's $14 million. Keith, Snow White, 66% decrease. What do they make of the big decrease we have going on here?
Yeah, I think buried is a good word for that. Yeah. And look, man, I no offense to Rachel, but I think she actually is a decently big reason why the film didn't do as well as it did. And I think a big reason for that is the PR training. I think if she was better media trained, I don't think we would have seen as big of a drop as this. 66%? That's insane, dude. Especially for a Disney movie.
Big numbers.
What are we doing right now, bro?
Disney,
That's not what you want to see, dude. Especially if you're making a reboot as big as Snow White.
Yeah.
I mean, God, it wasn't like her casting or anything that was the problem, her acting or anything. Just people just did not like her personality when it came through in her interviews, and that's what tanked the film, in my opinion.
Wow.
It's a shame to talk about it. It's a bummer, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's a bummer. You obviously want the opposite, because she is incredibly talented, singing and acting.
Yeah.
But
It's a classic tale as well.
It is extremely classic, but I mean, yeah, just her comments on it, and her comments have been so bad at this point. They removed all of her interviews that were supposed to come up during the marketing of the film.
Really?
She was supposed to show up on SNL. They canceled that.
Oh, yeah.
I think she was supposed to show up on Kimmel or Fallon.
Right.
They canceled that. She was supposed to show up on something else big. They canceled that. They canceled everything because the media interviews have just been so bad. So bad. Sorry, I lost my voice there. Sorry.
Yeah, making me lose mine. Wow.
Yeah.
Just buried this whole thing. My goodness, Cole, you said it's a classic tale. We had a 66% decrease. Snow White. Have you heard about all this Rachel Ziegler buzz? I mean, what do you make of this? What happened here?
I'm sure he has, because that's how bad it's been. That's how
it'll be interesting
much of
to
a
hear.
clusterfuck
Did all of this buzz get to Cole as well? Because he's starting to kind of indoctrinate himself with the whole movie news world and get into the world. I'm curious how the buzz hit him.
If it hit him, when he's not, following all this news.
Right. Cole, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely, I'm a avid Twitter user, X user. And I've always, even though I've never really been as enthralled as I am now with movies and whatnot and just what's going on in the entertainment scene, I still have followed numerous movie accounts, Movie Crave, discussing film, and I did actually see this before you guys had mentioned it on the last pod. So I kind of briefly went over it, but I was aware of, all the criticism she was receiving, and I know that there's a lot of politics that are involved.
Right.
And like you guys mentioned the last pod, just people are digging up old things about what she had said. And I think it's a big media training is a big thing. And it's just, it's sad to kind of see. I mean, I feel like it's kind of been the case for, I want to say, most of these Disney live action films in terms of viewership. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like they just haven't been.
Oh yeah.
Certainly as successful as they would have liked. That's absolutely the case. There's a couple,
even
actually
remotely as successful as the original.
Well, if you're talking about strictly numbers, The Lion King was $1 billion film. Aladdin was $1 billion film. Those remakes, those live action remakes.
Oh, the remakes. Gotcha. Okay.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but then
I didn't realize Aladdin was that big of a hit.
It was huge. Then
Nice.
I know, but then you look
Aladdin,
at other things.
Aladdin's great.
Cinderella was one of the first ones that they did, which I think is an excellent, probably the best live action that they've done. Well, Jungle Book was excellent too, but Cinderella it wasn't a huge hit at the box office. You look at some of the other ones like Mufasa. It took a while for Mufasa to get back into the kind of winning column. It started out with a low opening similar to Snow White, but it had word of mouth and it had legs. The movie kept making money, and now I think it's sitting above 700 million at the worldwide box office. So I think the narrative that you are saying, Cole, is true, that with these live actions, they're not able to capture the same magic as the originals. However, there's a couple key ones that you can point out that did have the financial success, but the critical success I don't think has been there for any of them. You can make the argument that Jungle Book, it was there. But other than that one, I'm not sure if any of them matched the critical success. I'm not sure. I loved Beauty and the Beast as well. I loved the live action.
Me too. Yeah.
But I don't think that any of them. I don't think there was a single one where we went, "Wow, that was better than the original." And that's an impossible task to do.
That's what I was just saying.
It's
basically impossible for the new movie to top the old one.
How could you?
The old ones are that iconic.
Yeah.
But I think they did their job. They tried to, recreate it in the best way they did, in the live action version. And I think they all hit, but I think they could have all hit in a bigger way. I'm not really sure how, but they just didn't hit as hard as the original, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And you would like them for to hit the original, to to hit as hard as the original.
Well, sure. Okay, we have that. I mean, it's a bit now, we're a bit into a digression of off topic there because it's at hand is Snow White. And the question is, what happened here? We talked about it last week. It was these multiple factors, all these different things, 66% decrease, all these things happening. And we learned that even someone who is less in the movie news world, the buzz even got to them and Cole, and he heard all of the narratives going on. And like we talked about last week, the film critically wasn't that well received either. It's sitting, around the 50s there. It's a split decision. But guys, I saw the movie.
You did.
I saw the film.
Yeah, I still haven't gone out and seen
Neither
it.
Neither
It's cool.
Yeah, I need to see it. It's, I mean, like we mentioned earlier, it's a classic, so I need to see it. But yeah, did you particularly enjoy it, Kellen? Or
I liked the movie.
Yeah.
I liked the movie.
Yeah.
Was it great? No, it wasn't great, but it was okay. I was walking in thinking like, everyone's been just dragging it. And then, I'm hearing all this stuff about Rachel Ziegler, and I'm like, all right, I'll see what she's got. She's a great actress.
That's what I'm saying.
She's a great actress and a great singer.
People hate the movie strictly because of her personality.
Yeah,
not
great
the acting,
actress.
man.
And there was a lot of scenes that I thought really worked. There's an opening sequence that captured some magic for me with the musical number in the opening, and then some of the moments. Even they have the 7 dwarves who are done with CGI, and that's a big topic of debate. I liked a lot of the voice talent that was there, and there's some sequences between them that I really enjoyed. I thought that the movie had a little bit of charm, a little bit of heart, not enough. But I was just going into it expecting that this was going to be some terrible thing. And I think that I don't know where they spent all the money. It's reportedly one of the most expensive Disney movies ever made, and potentially the most expensive live action Disney movie they've ever made. The budget increased and inflated all the way. They're reporting to $275 million, which makes absolutely
it makes no sense.
No sense whatsoever.
Man.
So
they really got to start cutting down the budget on these big name movies who are being produced by these big name production companies, because look, man, the majority of them are just not bringing in the money.
We got to pivot. People aren't going to the movies like they used to be going to.
And they got to factor that into their game plan. Man.
They
got to start making these movies for more cheap so they can actually make a profit.
That's right. So with that, next we've got number 1 at the box office. It's a new release, guys. It's number 1. It's for Amazon/MGM Studios. It's Jason Statham's A Working Man, bringing in $15 million on its opening weekend. $15 million for Jason Statham in A Working Man. It's an action film. Keith, have you heard? What? What's wrong? Have you heard of A Working Man?
We're getting another Jason Statham action movie?
What's the problem?
We've gotten like 75.
Okay.
We've gotten so many Jason Statham action films that like I can't even honestly keep track of them anymore, man. He's been in the Fast and Furious franchise.
Okay.
What was the infamous one that he did? The
Transporter?
Transporter. Hey, that's a pretty good one.
That was like 20 years ago.
Well, look. He's been in a lot of others since then.
Expendables.
Wasn't he in something called like The Mechanic or something like that?
Yeah. Okay.
They always start with "the" in front of it too. It's like, and he always plays some guy, ready to beat up some guy.
Yeah.
And be the hero. And that's who he is, Jason Statham. You gotta love him. He was in The Meg as well.
Yeah.
And that one, he doesn't beat up a human. He beats up a shark. Beats up a shark that's like 60 times his size.
Yeah.
Somehow he actually wins the battle.
Yeah.
That's who he is.
Yeah.
It's Jason Statham.
Jason
That's what he does.
Yeah, you gotta love him, man. I don't know if I'm gonna watch this one though, just because like I said, we've gotten a lot of Jason Statham action. I think it's a little overdone. It's just not my cup of tea right now. I'd rather watch something more up my alley.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna jump in and chime in because I love action movies. So I disagree that I think that if you're good at it, keep doing it.
Yeah.
They made The Beekeeper last year. Same director, David Ayer, made The
That
Beekeeper last year with Jason Statham.
Yeah.
Same type of thing. Guess what it made? $15 million opening weekend. They made another one this year. Guess what it made? $15 million open weekend. We're seeing a consistent pattern of success. And they're budgeting these films on the lower end, lower scale. That's strong. I have no problem that they make 35 of these. I always say, I don't care if it's a sequel, if it's a remake, if it's if it's animated, a blue character, a black character, a brown character, a white character. I don't care. Make a good movie that people want to see.
Yeah.
This movie right now...
Make people happy, man.
This movie
Statham
is
makes people
holding 89% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. People went out to see it, and they communicated with their dollars. They said, I like these. Yeah. These are fun.
Jason
Keep
Statham,
making them.
Action film? Yeah, give me more.
I like them.
A lot of people feel that way.
So I think you can make as many of these things. Well, but I'm going to push back on you with the, we've seen it before, because, okay, but you can make that argument for a lot of these things. Like, even with a lot of the horror things. Sure, I mean, like, A Woman in the Yard. Okay, maybe we haven't had a movie called A Woman in the Yard, but we've definitely had movies where there's like a woman in the yard and then wreaks havoc.
Very similar.
We've seen that. So I think that...
the Woman in Black, I think it's pretty damn similar.
So I think that any time we have something where we go, oh, we've seen that before. Yeah, but listen... you can tell any story. You could tell the same story. You and I could tell the same story.
Yeah.
But if you tell it and if I tell it, we're going to have our own different sensibilities
100%.
As artists.
Yeah.
And that's going to make it interesting for audience members.
Yes.
Anytime you make a rom-com, okay, guy and girl, they fall in love, they fall out of love, they fall back in love. Yeah, but what was the journey? How did we get there? That's what I care about and what I want to know. If you tell me the ending, sure, will it ruin a part of it for me? Maybe. But the journey, that's what it's about. The character journey, what we experience along the way. Yeah. So I don't care if we've seen the same movie 50 times, the 51st, maybe it's going to be good. It doesn't matter if I've seen it before. You go to restaurants, do you order the same thing every time because you loved it? Yeah, potentially.
Probably.
Yeah.
Why are chain restaurants a thing?
No, people love
consistency.
People love
recipe.
Familiarity. Mm-hmm. Familiarity, man. That's a big thing with anyone, man. Makes you feel comfortable,
right?
Makes
you got a fan base.
Yeah, and if you're comfortable and if you're familiar with something, it's gonna give you more reason to make you go out and watch it more.
Right. So if Jason Statham, follow my food analogy, if Jason Statham is the chef here and he's preparing these action films, he did Beekeeper last year with the same director, made $15 million, and now he's got another one. He cooked up another one for you. You like the dish last year?
Exactly.
Try out this dish. See if you like it.
Same thing.
Now, that's my little rant on it, okay? Because what you said has a ton of value. I just disagree in terms of some of the perspective because
what you said has a ton of value, brother. Yeah. I mean, I totally see what you're saying. 100%. I mean, exactly. Why wouldn't fans like it if they love Jason Statham, which is a big part of the population? A lot of people love watching him in an action movie, and this is exactly what you're going to get. Why not?
Right.
Why not?
That simple. Cole, you've heard my tidbit. You've heard Keith's tidbit. You've got a working man with Jason Statham. It's $15 million on the opening weekend. What do you think of these action movies? Are you a Jason Statham fan? Give us a little bit of a breakdown here. How are you feeling?
Feeling... I wouldn't say I'm a huge Jason Statham fan, but
it's really a tongue twister.
Jesus. But yeah, I've only seen him in a few of the Fast movies, Mechanic as well. I have not seen Beekeeper. I did read a little bit about it, something that I do want to see. But I mean, he's a working man. He's holding a sledgehammer in the trailer.
That's right.
There you go. Sounds like he's a big action guy, and action's up my alley. So
yeah, he's a working man.
It's definitely something that I'd want to see maybe sometime in the future. I don't think it's something that I would rush to.
Right.
I don't really, I don't know, maybe this might be bad, but maybe see it on stream.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Wait till stream.
But,
right.
Oh, no, I'll do that with a ton of movies, yeah.
Yeah, but...
everyone does that.
Yeah, I think it's a big boom. He's a working man,
Yeah, simple as that, guys. If you look at the career of Jason Statham and you look at how this is developed, this is how it used to work. Really, if you break it down, how it used to work in the 80s and the 90s, it would be, Stallone's got a new one. Oh, Van Damme's got a new one. Yep. Oh, Schwarzenegger's got a new one. Yep. Oh, what's he doing? Oh, this time, he's a beekeeper. Oh, great. This time, he's a working man. He's got a sledgehammer. There was something, his mother got taken, or all these things.
Or De Niro and all the mafia films.
Okay, sure. But I'm talking about. This is how an action star used to be done and created. We had action stars. There was the brand. You knew that when you went to a Stallone movie, you were getting this, this, and that. Yeah. If you went to a Van Damme movie, you were getting this, this, and that. If you went to a Schwarzenegger movie, you were getting this, this, and that. Now, if you go to a Statham movie, you're getting this, this, and that. And he delivers on that, and it looks like it did at the box office, too, with $15 million. Yeah, so I like this kind of... I don't even want to say, I guess it is kind of a retro feel now with this 80s, just the way they've developed Statham's action career and how he's still doing it. He was doing this 20 years ago. He's still doing it now. Yeah. Did I see the movie? No. Am I going to see it? Maybe.
Yeah.
But I am totally in defense of it for what it is for the industry and for what it is as an actor's career.
Yeah. You respect him for just keep on doing his thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Absolutely.
Still doing his
You know-
thing, working hard after all these years, still getting it done.
you know what you're gonna get. He's gonna get it done, and if you're an action fan, you know you're gonna know who he is. So
That's right. Yeah. It's damn straight. It's Jason Statham. It's A Working Man. That closes out our box office breakdown. That is the B.O.B. So next, we've got our Boom or Bust movie news segment. Guys, it's the Boom or Bust segment, and guess what? If you were on the internet this past week, you saw that Marvel had a big live stream webcast revealing a lot of the cast that is going to be in Avengers Doomsday. There was a lot of surprises, a lot of things that we expected. The live stream was nearly, it says, 5.5
like 5
hours
hours
on here.
Yeah.
And all the live stream did was show chairs revealing an actor's name. It would just show a chair, and then 10 minutes would go by, and the camera would kind of, move backwards, and we'd reveal another name. 10 minutes would go by and reveal another name. And there was a lot of people who tuned into this. A lot of people on YouTube. They clicked and they watched the, either they came in, they left, they came back, all sorts of stuff. I didn't tune into the live stream, but I did look at all of the cast list, okay? Now, Avengers Doomsday is coming, okay? Amongst the cast, we've got...
I'm ready for it, baby. Give it to me.
We've got Chris Hemsworth as Thor.
Oh, my Lord.
As expected.
Jeez.
We've got Tom Hiddleston as Loki, which was not quite expected. That was nice. We've got
gravy.
Anthony Mackie as Captain America. Paul Rudd as Ant-Man. Letitia Wright as Black Panther. We've got Simu Liu as Shang-Chi. We've got Danny Ramirez as the Falcon. Winston Duke as M'Baku. We also have, included from the Thunderbolts cast, we have Sebastian Stan playing the Winter Soldier. We have Florence Pugh playing Yelena. We've got Wyatt Russell playing the U.S. agent. David Harbour playing the Red Guardian. We've got Hannah John Kamen playing Ghost. And Lewis Pullman, a character simply known as Bob right now from Thunderbolts. In addition, here we have some surprises. Guess what? X-Men actors. Patrick Stewart as Professor X. Ian McKellen as Magneto.
Crazy.
James Marsden as Cyclops. Rebecca Romaine as Mystique. All of those from the original X-Men film are coming back. Even Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler from X-Men 2. We have Kelsey Grammer as Beast coming back. Okay? We also have the Fantastic Four. Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. Vanessa Kirby as the Invisible Woman. Ebon Moss-Bacharach as the Thing. And Joseph Quinn as the Human Torch. In addition, we have, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, Tenoch Huerta Mahia playing Namor, who was in Black Panther. Okay? Black Panther Wakanda Forever. We've got a lot of folks in this movie, and it all then reveals with the final chair, none other than Mr. Robert Downey Jr. playing Dr. Doom. He shushes into the camera and walks off.
Oh, wow.
Man.
Jeez.
Okay, so, Keith, I give you that.
Such an enigma.
We've got a lot of the returning cast from the Avengers saga, but we're adding in all these folks from the original X-Men saga. Yeah. Is that a boom?
Oh, man.
Is that a bust?
That's the part of it that really got me going. The fact that they are adding all of the whole cast from the original X-Men is being brought back into this new Avengers Doomsday film. That is a massive, massive boom for me. I can't wait to see them all back, man, and doing their thing, dude. We're getting Ian McKellen, and we're getting Patrick Stewart, dude, as Magneto and Professor X.
Yep.
Dude, God, those are two of the most, seriously, two of the most well-known and iconic characters in all of Marvel, man. And it's just really excited to see all those actors reprise their roles for this film. It sounds like it's going to be a big spectacle event, and I am here for it, baby.
Hell yeah. Cole, we've got the cast. We've got a lot of the Marvel regulars returning, but we also have added the X-Men. We've got a boom. We've got a bust. What say you?
Yeah, it's obviously a boom. I mean, geez, just all the cast members again. I didn't watch the whole video. I definitely once I kind of found out that they're gonna be revealing everyone all in one video, I kind of just waited to the end to read off everyone. But yeah, I mean, it's a big boom. I mean, you got the X-Men coming. Like he said, just everyone reprising their roles, and I'm definitely gonna have to brush up on the X-Men universe just to, stay in the know of what's kind of going on and everything. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see the Fantastic Four and new heroes like Shang-Chi in an Avengers film, like how they're it's going to be always to see.
100%. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I've never even seen Shang-Chi.
It's great.
And I've always been really interested to see what that's about, and all of the other Marvel movies that have come out after Phase 4. As you know, I'm kind of lagging there. So, with this new Doomsday movie coming out, I feel like a lot of us who aren't caught up need to kind of get caught up and get ready for this new film. Yeah. It's going to be a big deal.
It's going to be an absolute big deal.
Big deal, man.
Huge.
You've got the Russo brothers coming back. You've got a big old boom for me with Marvel unveiling the Doomsday cast. And I'll tell you right now, these aren't the only people who are going to be in this movie. There's going to be a ton more surprises.
You think we're going to get a cameo from Chris Evans or no?
I don't know. We'll see. We will see about all of that kind of stuff. But I think that it's an interesting choice that they're bringing back all of the X-Men, because Marvel is also working on their own X-Men universe that they're going to be doing post Secret Wars. After they do Avengers Secret Wars, they're going to be, kind of introducing the new X-Men. That's going to be something that they're working on. So it's interesting to see that we're bringing in the reprising cast from the older, 2000s X-Men films. Something that could be going on here that not a lot of people, I don't know if they're talking about. We could be getting an Avengers versus X-Men kind of thing going on.
Really?
That could be a potential.
That's a theory I've been seeing online as well, yeah.
A lot of things going on here with Avengers Doomsday. It's going to be interesting to see.
It'll be intense.
So it's a boom for me with all of the cast. The one thing that still makes me hesitant, that gets me more on the bus side, is the fact when this movie is coming out. We've got a release date for this puppy. It's coming out next year. And it's just like, whoa, is that too fast? Like, I don't know. Doomsday says coming out May 1st, 2026. Yeah. They are now in production on the film. Damn. But at the same time, they must have been working on this for a long time, and the script must have been in the works for a long time.
It would have had to have been.
So it just seems like, whoa, this is so much, it's so good. Is it too fast? I don't know.
They don't rush this and mess it up.
I hope so.
Because this means so much to so many diehard movie fans.
Yes.
Please don't mess this up.
Yes.
But, hey, the Russo brothers at the helm, how can they mess this baby up?
Anytime the Russo brothers and Marvel work together, it's magic.
Yeah, it's magic.
But anytime the Russo brothers aren't working with Marvel, it hasn't been well received at all.
Yes. Oh, yes. It's been a real problem.
Makes you a little nervous, but you've got all the special. You got the special sauce. You got Kevin Feige. You got the Russos. You got it all. Yeah. Let's do it.
You got to believe, man.
We got to believe. They're here to ignite Marvel again, man.
Yeah.
It's never been the same since that last Russo brothers film. Yeah. Since Infinity War. Endgame, my bad. It's never been the same since Endgame. Well, maybe this new movie can reach that level.
We will see. We will see. It's going to be interesting. So that is it for Marvel's Doomsday cast. Next, we've got The Hollywood Reporter. This is more so a story for me, you guys, because you know how big of a fan I am of South Park. Oh. And Trey Parker and Matt Stone have a new comedy coming that they're working on with Kendrick Lamar. Trey Parker, Matt Stone, and Kendrick Lamar are working on a comedy film that the film chief Brian Robbins has praised as being, quote, one of the funniest and most original scripts we've ever read. Okay? Kendrick Lamar and Trey Parker and Matt Stone are making this movie for Paramount Pictures, but now it got pushed back. It's going to come out March 20th of 2026. Okay? Plot details have yet to be revealed, but we've got Trey Parker, we've got Matt Stone, and we've got Kendrick Lamar? What do we think there, Keith? It's an odd pairing. Is that a boom? Is that a bust? What do you got?
I'm here for the trio. I'll go boom.
Okay.
They're all three of those guys are extremely talented in their own way.
Right.
If they work together and collab together, maybe they can come up with something beautiful.
Okay.
I'm here for it.
All right.
I think they're all three brilliantly creative minds, and I assume if they're working together in the first place, they got some chemistry.
Yeah.
And I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Because, Trey and Matt, they already got the best chemistry in the damn world.
Sure.
You just bring in Kendrick. I'm sure they're already both big fans.
Right.
I'm sure I'm confident. I don't know why, but something in my gut tells me that it's going to be good.
Yeah.
I think just anything that Trey and Matt produce is really great.
Sure.
You've shown me basically like everything that they've kind of made.
Yeah.
I mean, Basketball, God, dude, I love that film.
Talking 25 years ago, 25, 30 years ago.
It's a hit.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
a hit, man.
All right.
Yeah, I love these guys. Love their talents, and yeah, I think they'll conjure up something good together.
Cool. We've got Trey Parker. We've got Matt Stone, the creators of South Park, teaming up with the rapper Kendrick Lamar. Is this a boom? Is this a bust? Is it too weird? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, my initial thoughts are, I mean, it seems a little weird, but not weird enough to where I'd give it a bust. So I'm gonna agree with Keith here and give it a boom. Just three creative minds, I think. Did they give a reason why it was pushed back, or
There's no reason listed. I know they've been working on it for a while now. There is no reason listed. But CinemaCon is going on right now. I didn't touch on that. We'll touch on that next, what CinemaCon has been going on and what CinemaCon is. So there's no reason yet for the delay. I would imagine, they're just tightening things up.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna give it a boom. Give it a boom. Three creative minds. It'll be interesting with, Kendrick Lamar. So, yeah, we'll see what that brings us.
Absolutely. Guys, it's Hollywood Reporter Kendrick Lamar comedy with the South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone moving back to March of 2026. This is obviously a boom for me. Yeah. Now, why is this a boom? On paper, is it a weird pairing? Sure, it's a weird pairing. But you know what Trey Parker and Matt Stone do excellently well? Musicals. They do musicals excellently well. They've written a Tony Award-winning musical, The Book of Mormon. Also, in all of the episodes of South Park, they write musical numbers. They have a ton of that. They have humor that pushes the boundaries and pushes the edge of things. Kendrick Lamar is a rapper who pushes the boundaries and the edge of things. We recently saw this huge beef with him and Drake, and he went and performed at the Super Bowl halftime show and literally called Drake a pedophile. Yeah. If that kind of sensibility does not pair up with the, irreverent humor of the South Park creators, I don't know what does. Yeah, that to me sounds like a match made in heaven.
I think it matches up great, bro. Yeah.
After hearing what you have to say, definitely makes me more confident.
All three of those guys are 100% not afraid to speak their minds.
Absolutely.
Matt, Trey, Kendrick, not afraid to speak their fucking minds, dude. I think that's the main thing they have in common. They're not afraid to just fucking say their thoughts and what they really mean.
Yeah.
Whether it's funny or, kind of harsh or
sure, absolutely.
They're not afraid to speak their minds.
They have that fearlessness quality of artists, but at the same time, they have enough wit, craft, and care to deal very harsh messages in a thought-provoking and respectful way.
Yeah. They can be incredibly witty while being respectful at the same time.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily mean like respectful.
Not fully.
Yeah,
respectful.
I don't mean respectful in terms of a personable way, but I mean respectful in terms of a care for the arts.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I don't mean respectful in terms of like a nice mannered way. That's not what these guys are.
100%.
But I mean respectful in a way that is taking care of the arts and understanding the power of their voice. Yeah. That's what I mean by that. So this one is a boom for me, guys. That's a boom. Now, we mentioned that a bit of CinemaCon, and I wanted to touch on what CinemaCon is, what's going on here. Anything, Keith, you know about CinemaCon? You've heard the name, the term? You know about it?
I'm just still thinking about those three, man. They're also good at like making a statement, but like never going too far with it.
I mean, they definitely go too far.
Well, they go too far, but they do it in such a creative and funny and witty way where they don't get people to hate them. Where it's like the people should be hating on them right now because it was like such like kind of like a taboo joke. But they just word it so well that it just works for people.
Yeah, well, yes. I mean, yes, but you're kind of acting like people don't dislike them. Like they've been sued a million and two times.
Team America. They've
been sued 1,000,002 times. I mean, so it's there's a lot of pushback there as well, definitely.
People getting a little too sensitive out there.
Well, you're up to your own interpretation there. We will see there. This is going to be kicking it off over to CinemaCon, Keith. CinemaCon is an event that happens right now, March 31st to April 3rd. CinemaCon is the world's largest gathering for motion picture theater industry and official convention of the National Association of Theater owners, NATO, held annually in Las Vegas at Caesars Palace. It features Hollywood product presentations, premiere screenings, and a full trade show.
So it's like NATO, but like the film version?
Sure.
Okay.
NATO? You mean like the government?
Yeah.
I mean,
But like the film version of that.
it just has the same name.
We'll roll with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll just, between you and me. Yeah.
I'll know what you're talking about.
Okay, good.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Move on with the bit.
Okay,
Let's go.
Keith, who is attending this this event is going to be Sony, Lionsgate, Warner Brothers, Universal, DreamWorks, Focus Features, Paramount, Disney. It's all of them. They're all going. Jeez. They're all going to CinemaCon. Keith, it's happening right now. It's happening right now, March 31st. It's going until April 3rd. What are we expecting to see? Different things. Superman footage, Fantastic Four footage, Thunderbolts footage, Running Man from Edgar Wright with Glenn Powell, some footage from that. Wicked 2, they just released a poster. We've got the Naked Gun reboot with Liam Neeson coming. Anything about Dune Messiah. Information about Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland. Information about the new Spider-Verse film. Anything and everything. It all happens at CinemaCon. And in addition to all of this, the full first confirmed screening that is going to happen at CinemaCon is How to Train Your Dragon. Oh, wow. They are showing the entire film, How to Train Your Dragon, in, I believe, 1 day, 2 days. It's happening very soon.
Is that going to be its first ever screening?
No, CinemaCon does a ton of full screenings. Every year they do at least one. This is the only confirmed screening yet. A lot of times they just do a full-on surprise.
Oh, okay.
You'll be sitting there, and then they come out and they go, and guess what? We've got The Flash. And everyone's like, whoa, yeah, oh my God, it's so great. Yeah. So they're going to do How to Train Your Dragon. We're expecting to see all this different stuff, okay, at CinemaCon. Now, I named all those kind of big studios for you. I gave you Sony, Lionsgate, Warner Brothers, Universal, DreamWorks.
Yeah, we got a lot going on.
How to Train Your Dragon screenings happening. Focus, Paramount, Disney. It is all happening at CinemaCon. It's going on right here, right now. Keith, I tell you everything. It's a bit overwhelming.
Yeah, I got to tell you right now, I'm really overwhelmed. I'm an overwhelmed guy right now. I'll try to give you my thoughts.
I can see. Keith, we've got all these studios coming out.
We've got a lot going on.
We've got all these movies coming.
It's a lot of studios.
Right? How to Train Your Dragon is going to screen. Is there something that you want to see coming out of CinemaCon? Wicked 2, they have the poster there. Yeah. Who knows? They might have a trailer. I don't know. They might show one. The cast for Superman's probably going to appear on stage. They probably have at least 10 minutes of footage to show. They're doing the full thing of How to Train Your Dragon. Maybe they even have some stuff for a horror film there. I don't know. All sorts of stuff happens at CinemaCon. If you could pick one thing to see from any one of these studios, it could be, I don't know, it could be you want to see Scary Movie 6. Hypothetically, let's say they already have it done. Or you want to be in the How to Train Your Dragon screening. You could pick anything. What do you want to see coming out of CinemaCon? Maybe it's Wicked 2. I don't know. You tell me. Keith, what do you got?
Oh, that's a tough one. Well, geez. Well, for starters, I want to go.
Okay.
I want to go with you guys.
And it sounds like a fun time.
You should probably stand up right now and leave and get a ticket on the first plane out of here.
Yeah,
man.
well, I don't know if we can still go. But
is it too late?
It's very much too late.
Tartar sauce.
Okay.
Oh. All right. Top 3 films? I'll give you top 3.
Okay, give me what do you want to see.
If they got them ready and done, ready to go.
Yeah,
boom.
It could be footage, poster, anything. You want to see anything from these movies? What do you got? Give me 3 films. Let's go. Boom.
That new movie Together with Dave and his wife. Dave Franco and his wife.
That's from Neon, right?
Yeah, the body horror where they get merged into one being. I'm really interested in that.
Okay.
Let's go 28 Days Later. Let's go Wicked 2. Let's go Scary Movie 6.
Oh.
Really excited about all the big 4 right there for me.
Okay, very cool. So Cole.
Throw Scary Movie 6 up to number 1, bro.
Jesus.
Give me that trailer.
So they they I don't think that they've done anything with the movie yet, but in a hypothetical world, that's your number 1.
That's how desperate I am
for some scary movie.
Some silly comedy right now.
It's good for you, man. Well, The Naked Gun. I know they're going to have stuff for The Naked Gun.
That's right. Yeah, with Liam Neeson.
That's right.
Oh, no, that's so good. What's the original guy's name?
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen. Yes.
Good.
Wait, but the new one's going to have Liam Neeson?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Geez, their names are very similar.
Yeah, I guess a little similar.
I guess it kind of, the passing of the torch kind of makes sense in a way, just based off the name.
Yeah, I guess so.
Leslie Nielsen and then Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Wow, damn.
Kind of similar.
Look at that.
A little bit.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So Cole, listen, I give you all of those studios that are going to be there. We've got Sony, Lionsgate, Warner Brothers, Universal, DreamWorks. There's going to be a How to Train Your Dragon screening, Focus Features, Paramount, Disney, all of it. Cole, there might even be some stuff on the new Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum. I don't know. I give you all these kind of things. In a hypothetical world, let's say you're there at CinemaCon. What is the number one thing you would want to see? It could be Spider-Man. It could be Fantastic Four, Superman, Dune. I don't know. Wicked, you tell me. What is it, Cole?
Jeez, yes. I want to see all those, man. All those just listed. But, I mean, yeah, I think obviously Lord of the Rings would just, put me over the moon. That would be insane. But if I had to pick one on this list, I think Wicked 2. Wicked 2 would be my number one. I mean, I loved, I'd never, when I saw Wicked 1, I never saw the live action play.
Right.
So it was my first time ever getting a dose of Wicked, and it was fantastic. So, I mean, Superman would be a close second, too. I think Superman would just be amazing. But yeah, I'd say Wicked 2 is my number one for sure.
Nice. So check it out if you haven't seen it already. They have the Wicked for Good poster that has been released already from CinemaCon. On one side of the screen, it has Ariana Grande. On the other side of the screen, it has Cynthia Erivo. In new costumes now, there's clearly a split divide between the two characters, as we saw at the end of the film. Yeah. I can't wait for the movie. I'm right there with Cole. I'm kind of fiending for everything Wicked, but if I had to pick something, if they were to surprise me and give me a Fantastic Four screen, I would just eat it up like hotcakes. I would just eat that up, dude. If I can see anything more from the Human Torch and the Thing and all that, that's going to be where my heart lies. But on the more realistic side, I think I want to see some Wicked. Give me some Wicked.
You guys picking Wicked and
Wicked me up. Give me some Wicked.
Yeah, hey, fuck it. I'm choosing Wicked too. Give me some Wicked, baby.
Let me get one of these.
Wicked!
Nice.
Wicked!
Guys, so that's CinemaCon. So we're going to be keeping our eyes and ears on the internet for all of what's happening in CinemaCon these next couple of days, and we'll probably cover it on next week's episode because we're going to get a lot of things coming out of that. So that's CinemaCon. Let's keep our eyes peeled. Next, guys, we've got The Hollywood Reporter again. It's a story about this upcoming release. It's this week. Guess what comes out on Friday? It's the Minecraft movie. The Minecraft movie starring Jack Black and Jason Momoa. And they said, guys, what the world needs right now is a Minecraft movie. There's so much war and hatred. We've got to work together.
I'm sorry, what the fuck?
Keith, we've got Jack Black, Jason Momoa saying the world needs a Minecraft movie now.
That's a fucking bust, dude.
Whoa.
Why do we need a Minecraft movie right now? Why is this the film that comes to everyone's minds? Through all of the hate and war and crime and awful things going on in the world. No, we need a Minecraft film, everyone. That's gonna fix the world's problems right now. That'll make everyone feel better. No, give me another fucking movie. Anything but Minecraft. I love the actors. I love the idea. Hard no.
Okay, I love that, Keith. I'm going to tell you as well, for me, the statement here...
I respect the craft.
Yeah, the statement here, though, Keith, you're right. The statement here...
I respect the craft.
The statement is a bust. Keith, the statement is a bust.
It's a bust. I read that
That's the headline.
I read all the headlines you gave me. I read that one. I'm like, okay, immediately.
What do you mean? What the world needs right now is a Minecraft movie?
Yeah. I read it and thought that's my bust of the week.
Listen, as a businessman, I understand what we're trying to do. Obviously, we're trying to change this narrative surrounding the Minecraft movie, and we want, really what we need to do is go in and have some fun. Really, that's what we need to do. Yeah. I get it as a businessman.
That's what they're trying to say.
I understand.
That was their message. What they were trying to say.
Right. Let's go out to the movies. There's so much negativity going on in the world. Let's go out to the movies and have a little fun. Okay? I get it. But the way it came out, and me reading the headline of what the world needs right now is a Minecraft movie. They made it seem like
Minecraft is going to fix all of your problems.
Yeah. What?
Seeing the Minecraft movie is not going to help me pay my rent. Okay? I got more important shit to do.
That's right.
And see fucking Minecraft, let alone play Minecraft.
Yeah.
You got that right, Keith.
Yeah, that's right. So Cole, it's the Minecraft movie. You've got this headline. Now, you probably have a little bit more knowledge on the whole Minecraft world than Keith and I do. I do know a bit. Maybe you and I are on the same page of the knowledge set there. But you do have an insight to the video game world that I think we can touch on here. I want first, what do you think of the Minecraft movie and the trailers we've seen? And then second, what do you think about this statement that it is what the world needs right now? Cole, what do you think?
Yeah, in regards to the Minecraft movie, I think it's I think I'm going to give it a boom. I think it's a boom because, it's many people may not know that Minecraft is, it's a big video game. There's a lot of Minecraft fans, kids, children, even people our age are still playing it. We grew up with it. So it's funny, actually, this past weekend, I went to the Century City Mall and there was a whole Minecraft, like a pop-up.
Oh,
yeah. So there was a whole, they basically blocked off one of the centers of the mall and there was a whole Minecraft pop-up. Cool. It was a ticketed event. So, but they had a bunch of photo ops, like
arts
and crafts for kids and stuff. Yeah. So they had a bunch of like video game stations. They had a bunch of kids playing Minecraft. So, but I did notice, majority of the people there were obviously children. So I think it'll be a big children's film.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Maybe a family film.
Yeah,
so,
big family movie.
Mm-hmm. In regards to it, what did it say? It's a movie that we need
Minecraft.
in the world right now.
Minecraft is the movie the world needs right now.
We need.
Yeah, I don't think we need it. I don't think I need it. I don't think you need it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna give that a bust. I don't think we need it. I don't think anyone needs it. Yeah. It's not a need. It's more of a want, I guess. I don't know.
For sure.
But I think it'll be mainly an attraction for children. But also, I grew up playing Minecraft. Just thinking about Steve, who's the main character in Minecraft. I didn't necessarily picture Jack Black. Playing Steve. So that's just kind of I love Jack Black.
Throws you for a loop there.
Yeah, it's just kind of. But who knows? Maybe it'll be a hit.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Maybe it will. Yeah. Cole, I think you're onto something there with, it is certainly, like you said, I think it's garnered towards a more child-friendly audience. It's going to be more of a family film. And I think that's some interesting insight that you were able to see a pop-up ticketed event at a Los Angeles mall to kind of build anticipation for the film. And you said a lot of kids were there. So I think that's good. And we're all in agreement that this was a wacky statement, but we are understanding that they're just trying to kind of get a positive feel for the movie. Let's go out. Let's have some fun. It's Minecraft.
Right. Yeah.
I'm going to see it. I'm going to see it. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I'm going to see it.
Okay, good. You let me know how it is.
You don't want to go?
Let's all go together.
Let's all go together.
Okay,
now we go Thursday.
Now I want to go.
Thursday. We can go Thursday.
Now I want to go. You change my mind.
Let's go. Let's have some fun.
Don't want to go because of the movie. I want to go because of you.
Have some fun. Okay, so
you both. Not just,
Yeah, let's go. Oh, I've got to have Cole there. He's got more knowledge on it. He can probably tell us some of the lingo and stuff.
Maybe I'd rather go with Cole.
I wouldn't blame you.
No, I think we should go.
I'm just
Let's go as a group, have a good time.
Excluding
nice
anyone.
Guy.
Yeah.
Very
Look
good.
At you.
Guys, next, The Hollywood Reporter. They're at us again. It's the Holly B. They've got
Holly
another
B,
story,
baby.
my friend.
Holly
this is
B.
another.
The B of the Holly.
Guys, it's another video game movie. We're starting to get video game movies. It's very interesting. We've got The Legend of Zelda live action movie lands a March 2027 release date. Legend of Zelda movie is coming, and Wes Ball is set to direct
the big Zell.
Yeah, Wes Ball, Keith. This is the director who did
the Maze Runner franchise.
Yes,
I'm a big fan of the Maze Runner.
The Maze Runner films. In addition, he did the most recent Planet of the Apes, the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
That's right.
Wes Ball.
That's right.
And now he's going to be tackling The Legend of Zelda, a live action version Legend of Zelda from the Nintendo video game franchise. We're getting a movie. Sony here. Making the film for us, okay?
Yeah.
So we've got The Legends of Zelda. Keith, we've got Wes Ball, Legends of Zelda. It's a live-action video game movie coming. Yeah. We got a boom, we got a bust. What you say?
It's a boom for me. I'll just start out by saying I've never even played the video game, but I've heard of it, and I know it's... how would you explain it? Like kind of a futuristic.
It's a fantasy epic.
Yeah, fantasy. Yeah. Futuristic fantasy epic kind of deal, or is it even futuristic?
Sure if it's futuristic?
I don't even know if it is.
It's not futuristic.
Okay,
no.
Okay. So it's just a fantasy epic. That's all I really know about it. I know it's a really popular game, and a lot of people love the game. So yeah, I mean, it's a boom. I'm excited. I need to know more about the story in order to go out and see it, though.
Yeah.
But I'm excited that a video game is getting adapted into a film. That's always a big boom, man, because we have a lot of really popular and fun video games out there that so many people love playing, and they want to see these things transformed onto the big screen. Man, like we're seeing with the new Last of Us. Reboot,
yes, on the television show.
Yeah, everyone's loving that. And that used to be a video game, and countless
Sonic
other examples.
2.
So Sonic 2. Right. It's a great one right there. Yeah, shout out, baby. I think it's a boom when any new video game gets adapted into a film. They're not all great. They are not all great.
They have a history of not being very good.
Yeah, they do have that history of not being very good, but there are a few gems in there.
Yeah.
Let's hope Zelda will be one of them.
Yeah. Cool. We've got The Legend of Zelda. It's a live-action movie coming from Sony for a March 2027 release. Wes Ball is directing the movie. He did the Maze Runner films as well as the most recent Planet of the Apes.
Okay. No, you go ahead, Cole. Sorry. I just wanted to say something.
No worries.
No, you go ahead. No, you go ahead, brother. I'm sorry to cut you off.
The guest, take it away. Cole, you've got some knowledge. You've played some of the games. Cole, what do you think? Is this something, how can we translate a video game story like The Legend of Zelda into a movie? Is this something that's going to work as a film? And what kind of, what qualities make up a movie with this? How do we do it? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I've played only 2 Zelda video games. There's many. There's probably about 10 plus. But yeah, I played 2 of them. I mean, it's essentially just an adventure. If you're the kind of guy that wants to go on an adventure with this character and just follow along the whole way, this is going to be your type of movie. I mean, it's a very niche. I guess it's a very niche video game to make a movie on, because I would personally say only Nintendo fans would be maybe majority of the ones that are going to go out to see it. Yeah, because I feel like there's not many people that even know what Zelda is. So I mean, I think it's great for the video game community, like you guys said as well. So I'm gonna give it a boom in that regard. But yeah, it's just all the video games that I've played. You're going on an adventure with Link and Zelda, and you're fighting enemies, and it's a good time. It's a nice adventure game. Nothing too stressful. So yeah, there's also lots of action. So I think lots of positives going for it.
Right. Okay. So,
cool.
I see.
I learned a lot. I learned a lot right there, honestly.
Yeah, Cole, breaking it down really with, it's an adventure story where you're going along with the character's journey. Yeah. It's very character oriented. Would you say it's very, you're living vicariously through this character as you are in any video game?
I'm getting like.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting like, like Assassin's Creed vibes, but like the fantasy version in a way?
A little bit.
No,
I mean, not.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. There's bits and pieces. I mean, geez. I mean, Zelda's got a sword. Link's got a sword.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
it's
got
long swords, right?
Yeah, long swords. I think it could potentially be good. I think it's a positive for sure.
Yeah. So, guys, I hear about the Legend of Zelda movie coming in 2027 from Sony, and if you just gave me that, I'd tell you, it's a bust. Do we need that? But then you got Wes Ball to direct this.
Yes.
And that's where it becomes a boom for me. Because now you're getting a director who clearly has a vision. And he's done franchise work. He's done The Maze Runner as well as Planet of the Apes.
Which are... those are in the realm of this type of film.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Once I saw his version of the Planet of the Apes, he can step into a pre-existing franchise and give it his own take and sensibilities.
Yeah.
He's very good at world building, and he can create an interesting dynamic for a lead character, someone we can follow through multiple films. So because of Wes Ball, I give this a boom.
Yeah.
The Zelda movie, Wes Ball is going to give this a sprawling, epic feel, and he's got enough time to do it. I'm in. I'm totally in with Wes Ball. I think this is a boom, and, I enjoyed the Mario movie. I thought that it was fun. It was also a billion-dollar film, so it was highly, highly, highly commercially successful. And this is another Nintendo one. I don't think it's going to be a billion-dollar film, but...
Right.
we'll see how high the ceiling is. If we're talking about some of the casting for Zelda and Link, I'm thinking of like an Anya Taylor-Joy cast, maybe, something that she could possibly play the Zelda role and then the Link role. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, and we will keep our eyes on that.
Yeah.
Next,
I love Wes Ball's films so far that he's put out.
I do too.
I think the Maze Runner franchise was really good.
Great,
really good.
A lot of people like it.
Yeah,
a lot of people like those. So, guys, next we have. Let's see. We're probably running a little shorter on time, so I might cut a story here or two. But next, I'm going to give a quick shout out to this one.
Okay.
We've got Deadline reporting something. Keith, you sent me it last week. You sent me it today, but we talked about it, last week or 2 weeks ago?
What are we talking about?
Talked about it last week,
guys.
Looney Tunes.
It's back.
I sent you the link of the news. What's the news, baby?
Deadline is reporting that Warner Brothers completes their worldwide sale of Coyote vs. Acme. Ketchup Entertainment has stepped in, and Ketchup Entertainment is saving the day.
Whoa!
So the previously...
Baby, you better get a Coyote. An animated
That's just
coyote.
Lovely to hear.
An animated coyote with Will Forte on the screen. What more do you want?
What more do you want? Ketchup Entertainment coming in to save the day. So, guys, Ketchup Entertainment just released The Day the Earth Blew Up with Daffy Duck and Porky Pig. And now they have bought the rights to the shelved movie from Warner Brothers, Coyote vs. Acme. We saw a couple weeks ago, a guy dressed up in a coyote suit was outside Warner Brothers holding a sign that said, "Release me."
He started the movement.
He did God's work. We did it. We did it.
Legend.
We did it. Let me get one of these, please, and thank you. Let's go!
Coyote!
It's Coyote versus Acme. It's planning for a theatrical release next year. It costs $50 million to do it. So can we do it? We talked about before. Can this make the money? Guys, The Day the Earth Blew Up only made $5 million. It barely made anything, but it didn't have a marketing campaign. If we put a marketing campaign behind Coyote versus Acme, can we do it? Can we get it so the $15 million makes sense? Yeah. I don't know. A couple weeks ago, I said, yes, I think we have just enough to where we can. Yeah. It's going to be a big, big test. Keith, Ketchup Entertainment steps in. They pick up the movie. It was never going to be shown to audiences. Boom. Bust. What do you got?
That's a boom. Can't wait to see this one. Will Forte, love him. I think he's one of the greatest SNL cast members, honestly, the show has ever had. I think that guy's incredibly funny. Shout out to MacGruber. Hilarious film. And I want to see that guy paired up with a coyote, man. Yeah, Wild Coyote. Just excited to see that chemistry on film. And I hope they trace Roadrunner around and have a good old time. And I'm excited for the movie, man. I love Looney Tunes. Everyone loves Looney Tunes, baby. This is a boom. Excited that it got taken off the shelf and it's actually getting put out into theaters for people to see.
Yeah, Cole, we've got Ketchup Entertainment stepping in, saving the day, picking up Coyote vs. Acme for $50 million. Is it a boom? Is it a bust?
Yeah, give me the boom. It's the Looney Tunes. I mean, what's not to like? I mean, I think that guy in the Wile E. Coyote outfit did majority of the marketing for him.
Yeah, he really did.
Geez, I had no idea that they had canned the film until I saw. I think it was one of the news outlets had tweeted something about the guy in the suit.
Right.
So, I mean, geez, it's a boom. It's Coyote. Got the Roadrunner. I mean, what more can you ask for?
Right. I think we need to write that guy a check. Yeah. I think Ketchup Entertainment and I think Will Forte needs to send that guy just a small check.
Honestly.
Will Forte needs to send that guy a letter and say, thank you. You brought the word out on this movie.
Thanks even for getting the movie out there,
me, because Will Forte said, I hope people see it. I think it's lame that didn't do enough. That didn't do enough. This guy in a coyote suit outside the thing did the work.
He did all the work.
He did it.
He got it out.
Oh my
God.
God.
To see it. That's for damn
He did the impossible.
I hope that guy gets tickets to the premiere, gets to bring his wife or his family or his girlfriend, whoever he wants to bring. That guy in the coyote suit, that guy's got to be at the premiere.
Yeah, dude,
Can we get that guy on the show?
He deserves some sort of gold medal.
Yeah.
He deserves the biggest pedestal that we can put him on.
Yeah.
We should get, we should just, we got to treat this guy like he's an angel. I mean,
doing God's work.
We got to figure out his favorite food and send him loads of it.
Let's send him a cake or something.
At his doorstep.
Let's send him a cake.
Yeah, what's his name? What's his name again?
I have no idea.
Oh, we got to figure out his name.
I figure out his name.
Yeah, we just know him as the coyote suit guy.
The coyote suit guy.
Yeah.
What does sign say? Save me.
Yeah, it said save me or release me. It said something like that. It's so good.
Dude, what a
That's
sign,
great.
Bro.
What a guy.
They listened.
They did. There we go. Ketchup Entertainment stepping in, saving the day. That is a boom for us.
He was seen and he was heard.
Exactly. Guys, that closes out our movie news segment. That is the boom or bust movie news segment. Next, we've got our cut or our highlight of the week. This week, we have our special guest, our number one fan of the show. It's Mr. Cole Prince on the show talking about a program that he loves.
Love you, baby.
A program that he loves. It is Prison Break. Prison Break.
Wow. The PB.
Yeah, it is
not a PB&J, but Prison Break.
No. It premiered in 2005. It lasted for 5 seasons. You've got Wentworth Miller as the lead actor playing Michael Schofield. It's Prison Break. It was a very highly regarded show. You know, people loved this one. Yeah. I've heard a lot about it over the years. Too. I've never seen it, though.
Same.
Cole, you wanted to highlight Prison Break this week on our show. Can you tell us just a little bit, what is Prison Break? What is it about? And why do you like it?
Yes, I mean, geez, I probably try and watch this from beginning to end at least once a year.
Whoa! Wow!
Never get sick of it. But anyways, so 2 brothers, Michael Schofield and Lincoln Burrows. I mean, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. Prison Break. I mean, pretty much one of them gets arrested for the killing of the vice president's brother.
Oh wow!
And he proclaims that it basically wasn't him, and he explains that it was all a setup, and Michael then takes course to try and break him out, and you will go along the whole journey, and a bunch of, there's a lot of interesting characters that are introduced throughout the whole film, and it's a journey, man. It keeps you on the edge of your seat.
Mm-hmm. It sounds good, man.
It's a good one. There's 5 seasons, so it's a must watch. I know a lot of my other buddies love it. Recently just got my girlfriend on it. She's hooked.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil too much.
Sure. Now let me.
5 seasons.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
A lot.
Let me ask you something here about Prison Break, and you don't. If we're walking into spoilers, don't answer me. But does it take 5 seasons to break out of a prison? Like, you either do it or you don't, right? I don't know. Like, how are they able to continue? Because you've seen the show multiple times. How are they able to continue the intrigue and the anticipation to a level where you're not going, God, are they still doing this? How are they able to keep you, as you said, hooked on the edge of your seat? There's just new discoveries along the way, new characters. What do they do that works so well?
Yeah, new characters. Let's just say there's potentially more than one Prison Break.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm more interested now.
Interesting.
Yeah,
that does something for me.
I think if I said a little more, there's different settings, more than one Prison Break.
Okay.
It's all
cool.
It's all good.
Okay.
They're on the run at some parts in the movie. It's good, man. It's
nice.
Just, I don't want to give too much away.
Okay, cool. Okay. And this is an actor. We've got Wentworth Miller as the lead. Man. Wentworth Miller. I honestly hadn't seen him. I just know him as like the Prison Break guy. He's pretty synonymous with the role, Wentworth Miller.
All right. Yeah. I don't think he's in many other.
Yeah, it looks like on his IMDb he was on the Flash television series. So he's been in some other stuff. But yeah, Wentworth Miller, known for the Prison Break. Cool. It's a guy that I know. Yeah, like we said, I don't know him from anything else. He's able to carry this show for multiple seasons. That's pretty good. You think this guy does a good job in the show?
I believe it. Yeah, I mean, I know it too. Yeah, it's phenomenal. A lot of the side characters and actors, all the actors are they're good at what they do. They're full of emotion. They make you believe every emotion they're feeling, and it's just great.
Nice. Very cool. I'm more interested now that you've talked to me a little bit about it, because I've always just known that it's a show on Fox. It did 5 seasons, Prison Break. Yeah.
I didn't know that the brother was falsely accused.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah. And then his brother tries to break him out. That's a really great premise.
Yeah, and just how he breaks him out. It's just he's a Schofield. He's a structural engineer. So when you find out how he breaks him out, I don't want to say anymore.
Yeah,
oh, dude, I bet the details are really good.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, that sounds really cool. So, guys, that's Prison Break. That's Cole's cut, his highlight of the week. Prison Break. If you haven't seen it, we've got 5 seasons. Cole, where's this streaming on? Is this on Hulu or Netflix? What are we on?
Yeah, it's currently on Netflix, but
cool.
it has bounced around. It's been on Hulu before.
Gotcha.
It's been on strictly Hulu before, and now it's on Netflix. But
cool.
it kind of just bounces around.
Nice.
But yeah, now on Netflix. Yeah.
Okay, so it is streamable, so that's great. So if you haven't checked out Prison Break, give it a go. That's a television show that's coming from Cole Prince. He's a number one fan of the show. He's a friend.
When did Prison Break come out?
2005.
2005.
Okay. So it's been 20 years. Wow.
Yeah, well, the most recent one came out in 2017 or 2016.
Oh, okay. Did they do kind of like a revival sort of thing?
Yeah. The 5th season was more of a revival that came out 6 or 7 years later. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Very interesting.
Yeah. And it's still the 5th season continues the storyline?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Continues the storyline.
Damn. That's cool.
But it's not anything you're going to expect. You just kind of have to watch it to...
Man. Wow. So they took like a hiatus there and then just continued the storyline like what, 7 years later or whatever?
Yeah, I mean there's a big fan base.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's Prison Break, you guys. Yeah. Check it out if you haven't seen it. It is streaming. That's our recommendation coming from Cole Prince. Next, Keith, we've got our highlight of the week. We're going to be featuring a prison film.
Yeah.
A prison film that we have seen that I don't think anyone knows about.
Yeah. Well, Cole got us going on Prison Break, so now we got to come up with our favorite prison movie here.
Let's hear it.
Everybody.
I don't know if it's my favorite prison movie.
I don't know if it's
That's way too bold of a statement for us. Jesus.
Okay, our favorite prison movie is definitely Shawshank Redemption.
Yes.
But this is possibly our favorite comedic prison movie?
I don't know about that.
Maybe not.
It's just this is a random movie I wouldn't tell you it's a great movie, but I love it. I love it. I'm not going to tell you it's a great movie, but I love it. I love it. This is one that came out in...
You're going to have a lot of fun watching it, but it's not great.
It came out in 2007, okay? Yeah. 2007, this is a prison movie. It is called Big Stan.
Big Stan.
Big Stan, guys.
Big Stan.
Stan is a convicted con man headed for jail. He is frightened and visits a martial arts expert to improve his feeble fighting skills. Will Stan master the moves and fend off his inmates? This has 11% on Rotten Tomatoes from the critics and 45% from the audience. The film is starring
it's everything I expected it to be.
Schneider. Rob Schneider stars in the film as Big Stan. Guess who directed the film, Keith?
Was it
It's Rob Schneider.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Rob Schneider stars in Big Stan as well as directs Big Stan. The movie had a budget of $7.5 million and it only made $8 million at the box office. It did not make a lot of money. It did not make its money back. It's Big Stan. Basically, he's a con man. He is convicted. He's found guilty. He's got to go to prison, but he's really scared that he's not going to be able to defend himself. So he goes and he finds a martial arts expert played by David Carradine.
Who is the martial arts expert in Kill Bill?
He is. And he also
gets trained by the same guy in Kill Bill.
Yes,
that's such a great part of it.
David Carradine was very famous for, he portrayed, he used to do an ABC series called Kung Fu, and he was very famous for doing these Kung Fu roles. That's what his whole career was based on.
This guy is a Kung Fu legend. And here he is,
a legend.
Training little Rob Schneider.
Little Rob.
turning him into Big Stan.
Big Stan.
Yeah, Big Stan.
Big Stan.
Little Stan wants to turn into Big Stan, and this Kung Fu legend is going to help him out doing that.
The movie, Keith, is highly offensive.
Yes.
It's very offensive.
Oh, yeah.
But I find it to have some charm, and I find it to be very, very funny.
For some reason, I feel the same. I don't really know why, but I think we both really just enjoy this movie, enjoy how silly and wacky it is.
It's so silly.
Little Rob Schneider getting trained by this, old legend Kung Fu master.
It's an absurd plot.
So it could prepare him for prison and, help him fight against, all the gangs in prison.
Yeah.
And, his first fight in prison... He goes up against this huge 350 pound dude, massive man, over,
massive,
6'6",
biceps the size of your head.
like 6'6", 350.
Jeez.
Right?
Oh,
like
massive.
like an NFL lineman
big
type
head,
of guy.
too.
Oh, my
NFL
God.
lineman type of guy. I think he knocks him out in one punch.
Okay.
Rob wins the fight.
Rob Schneider
That's why I
basically
call him Big Stan.
Big Stan. He basically
And
looks
then everyone
around.
starts to respect him.
Guys, he looks around at all the inmates in the prison and he's like, okay, who's the toughest motherfucker in here? That guy? I'm gonna go kick that guy's fucking ass.
Yeah.
And he goes over there, boom, gets that guy,
Lights
knocks him
out.
on the fucking
Lights
floor.
out.
And all the guys in the prison are like going wild. There's like
Yeah.
these like skinhead Nazi guys.
Yeah.
There's all the different like clans and
Yeah, the
groups
different
inside
types
a
of
prison.
gangs, yeah.
And then, Stan is starting to like get all of them to respect him and also create like a sense of order and not tranquility, but just just overall more of a sense of peace rather than everyone at each other's throats all the time.
Yeah.
Stan is kind of laying down the law and letting people
100%.
know like what's up.
Yeah.
This is Rob Schneider's directorial debut.
Oh my
He
God,
started
it
the
was
film.
his directorial debut.
Yeah. So Rob Schneider, this was during the 2000s. The
He had
movie
a
came out
vision and he went with it.
movie came out in 2007, and Rob Schneider, he did a lot of movies where it was like, Rob Schneider is the woman. And it's like, he is the hot chick.
Rob Schneider is the animal.
Yeah, he did that too.
Dude, he has sex with a goat in that movie.
Jesus Christ.
What
Well, he
the hell?
does. Yeah, man.
Yeah, he
It's
does.
like a real, like Rob, he really goes over the top in some of these
Jesus.
films. And there's some scenes in Big Stan where he does the same thing.
He does go over the top. Look, the movie, like we said, it's highly offensive. Rob Schneider did Deuce Bigelow, where he played the gigolo.
The hot
he
chick?
did the hot
The
chick.
hot
He
chick's
did
so
the
good.
animal, Grown Ups, 51st Dates, all these sorts of things. He did the Benchwarmers. He's in all these movies. And then he decided to direct Big Stan. Okay, very offensive.
Stan.
Remember the scene in Big Stan where he's training? There's a really good training montage, and
Yeah.
David Carradine wants, for some reason, to I guess get his nipples tougher.
Oh, yeah.
So he hangs Rob Schneider by his nipples from like a wire from the ceiling, and there's a scene, and Rob Schneider's just like, oh, oh. It's like so stupid. It just cracks me up.
It's like,
so
what is-
stupid.
and you're just sitting there questioning, like, what is this method
Yeah.
doing to make him stronger? How is this technique making him a stronger human being?
How about the other scene where
having tough nipples?
David
You gotta
Carradine,
harden those nips,
David
man.
Carradine serves Rob Schneider a meal, and he like uncovers, like he takes the little cover off of the plate, and it's a scorpion on the plate, and he's like, eat it. And then Rob Schneider's like, what? He's like, eat it. It will make you tough. You're like, what the hell kind of movie is this? It's the most absurd, outlandish, offensive, but it cracks me up.
Yeah.
It totally cracks me up.
Because it's so out there.
Yeah.
Because it's so out there and so like opposite of what anyone else would make nowadays. That's what makes it funny.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, just, even the scorpion thing, it's just so random.
So
Who
strange.
does that? That's dumb as hell.
Yeah, it's
but
so
so
strange.
dumb, it's fucking funny. It's a scorpion. He's about to eat. He's probably contemplating, how is this going to make me better? How is this going to make me stronger? But, if Master Shifu says it's okay, all right, I'll eat the scorpion.
So good. You know what? That's funny that you say it's massive.
It's a very Kung Fu Panda-esque story in a way.
Yeah.
The young guy, everyone doubts him. Just like the chubby panda, everyone doubts him. And here they are, proving everyone wrong with their with their kung fu, taking down the top dogs.
Yeah.
Big Stan and Poe.
So Keith, about Big Stan.
Poe and his dumplings.
About Big Stan here. Although it was released in some markets during the fall of 2008, it was released straight to DVD in the United States in 2009.
God, that's just a bummer to
It
hear.
debuted at number 17 on the DVD rental
probably
charts
'cause it
from
was
March
so offensive,
23rd to
dude.
March 30th in 2009. So, like,
'cause
how
it was
on
so
earth?
offensive.
How on earth are we talking about this movie? And it just, but this was also around the time of the
offensive comedy films.
Well, I was going to say the
That were-
economic downfall of the housing crisis, and that was around that time as
Yeah,
well. So it was a
yeah.
weird time in the
Okay,
world. But
yeah.
I remember the first time I saw this. I saw it as soon as it came out. I rented it on Redbox. I saw on Redbox. I was like, Rob Schneider's got a new film, and
so
I was
you were
on,
actively looking for this.
Yes,
film.
I was on vacation with my family, and I was like, Rob Schneider's got a new film, and my dad was like, yeah, get it, rent it. It's
it
Rob
on.
Schneider, and then we got
dude.
it, and I was like, Big Stan, it's hilarious. It's like,
Dude, you gotta love that. Classic Craig.
so do you remember?
Let's go.
Do you remember the first time you saw Big Stan?
It's so funny you said you watched it with your dad. I watched it with my dad the first time.
Did you like it?
I think we watched it like on accident though. Like we were just scrolling on the TV and we saw like this movie called Big Stan was on. And we just started watching it together and we were just like, what the fuck is this? But this is great. This is great. We love it. We love it.
It's one of those hilariously bad movies that you just gotta watch.
Yeah, it's so bad that it's so good.
Yeah.
Now,
Cole, you've heard us gone this big spiel of Big Stan. Have we sold you on it? Would you see it, or does this just sound too absurd and too stupid?
I mean, it sounds absurd. I wouldn't say it sounds stupid. It sounds absurd, but I mean, there's some movies that are absurd and just sound bad that you just gotta see. I mean,
Sharknado.
I mean, the Meg. I mean, I didn't think the Meg was great at all, but I mean, it's just the Meg. Like, you want to see the Meg on the big screen. Like,
you do.
I don't know. It's just one of those movies.
Rob Schneider kicking some butt in prison. It's something you might need to see.
Yeah.
So, guys, that's our cut, our highlight of the week. Keith, you got a final moment of Big Stan you want to give a quick shout out to? Or are we ready to move on? Because we've talked about it a bit.
Big Stan? Jeez.
Yeah, you got something on it?
I don't know. If you're asking me about a Rob Schneider moment, I'd probably try to give you one in one of his other films, man.
Give me a favorite Rob Schneider moment.
Rob Schneider moment?
You can do it!
Oh, jeez, dude. Oh, God. I don't know.
Oh, no. We suck again. What about that? Waterboy? Like Bobby Boucher can't play ball anymore, and then Rob Schneider goes, "Oh no, we suck again."
This is reminding me. They always throw him in like the most random cameo roles in a Happy Madison Adam Sandler film. He's one of the inmates who is in The Longest Yard, and you get one cameo of him. He has one line. And it's after they win the game against the prisoners play the guards, and when the prisoners win the game, Rob Schneider, he stands up and he's like, "Oh yeah, group shower or group hug in the shower tonight." Then it just goes silent. It just goes dead silent after he says that. Everyone just looks at Rob and they're like, Rob? Like,
silly guy.
Group hug in the shower.
What are you talking about? That's good. All right.
Group hug in the shower tonight.
That's Rob Schneider.
How he says it.
I know, he's funny, man. That's Rob Schneider. That's Big Stan. That's our cuts. That's our highlight of the week. Next, it's our final segment, guys. It's our BSOTD. It's the bold statement of the day. Hey-o, as Cole said. What?
Okay, I thought of another Rob Schneider.
What?
Remember when he says Jessica in The Hot Chick? I just love how he says that.
How does he say it?
Jessica.
Yeah, I do remember that in the hot chick. Yeah, I do remember. It just starts like, Rob Schneider.
Jessica.
Oh, boy.
It gets
okay. Yeah, okay. So, guys, it's our BSOTD. It's the bold statement of the day. It's our hopes, our dreams, our thoughts, our feelings, our aspirations, all of it packed up into one. It's a tight little gift. It's a present. We have it for you. It's here right now. What have we got? Cole, is there something on your mind? You probably thought you had more time to think of something, but you are on the hot seat. It's the hot seat, the seat that is hot. You've got the bold statement. It's in your lap. I can see it right now. Telepathically, I can feel it. It can be anything from my favorite snack at the movie theater is the pretzel bites with the beer cheese on the side, or I like Raisinets and I like putting them in my popcorn, or I like a Dasani bottle of water. Don't know why I prefer that than the filtered water they have at the Coke Freestyle machine. I don't know what it is. It could even be, you know what? My favorite Matt Damon film is We Bought a Zoo. I don't know why. Most people
we
don't
haven't
like
talked
it, but
about that yet. Sometimes you just need 20 seconds of insane courage.
Great quote. Maybe you should use that.
And something amazing will come of it.
Why don't you use that? I gave you your bold statement.
I already had one in mind.
Okay, well, Cole, you've got it here. It's the bold statement of the day. What have you got for us?
Jeez, yeah. I mean, I'm unraveling the bow as we speak. I mean, it's
good.
It's on there, but it's coming off. Yeah, I think it's have to go with Lord of the Rings, the greatest trilogy that there ever is.
Wow.
And there ever will be.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, that's just my thoughts. It's my go-to movie on a plane. I'll rewatch it numerous times.
Gotta love that.
It's you can't beat it.
Nice. That's a great bold statement, and I potentially agree with the bold statement. There's some other trilogies that I think are up there. I think the Lord of the Rings trilogy might be the best ever made. Cole, I love the bold statement. Thanks for that. That's a great one. And nice call out on the airplane movie, too. It's a nice long length, and you totally get engrossed and invested in the story.
If you're on a nice long flight, you can watch all three, like about it's about 9 hours, so
Boom.
got you covered. But yeah.
Exactly. I love it, Cole.
Yeah.
Keith, it's your bold statement of the day. It's your hopes, your dreams, your thoughts, your feelings, your aspirations. It's all of it packed up in a bow. It's a tight little present, a gift. You have it for us. What have you got? It's in your lap right there. I see it. What is that? What's going on over there? What's that in your lap? I see it. Tell me.
Oh, this is tough, man. This is really tough. I am still thinking of one as I speak.
I gave you one.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't want to do Wee Bada Zoo. Or maybe we should do it. You want to do Wee Bada Zoo?
It's your bold statement. What the hell?
Okay, you know what? I'm going, oh, jeez. I'd say the best, number one slasher horror film,
Uh-huh.
Halloween. I think it's a great stealthy movie. It's one of my favorites.
Yep.
And Michael Myers, I think that's like one of the most terrifying, like enigmatic, just stealthy horror movies or horror villains that you could possibly run into. And just him always stalking you, always one step away, and you never know where he is.
Yep.
It's one of my favorite. I think it's the best slasher horror film out there. Just
nice,
really tightly knit. Mm-hmm. Every scene in that movie is super tightly knit. I'm talking about the original Halloween that came out in 1978, directed by John Carpenter.
Yep.
That's one of the best horror movies of all time.
Yes.
And it is for a reason. And it's because it's you, the babysitter. Yeah. You put yourself in her shoes.
Yep.
Taking care of a little kid, and you're getting stalked. You're getting stalked by an unknown man. He's outside. You don't really ever know where he is. And he's as quiet as a mouse, too. And he can really sneak up on you, and just I think a lot of horror movies took a lot away from that, and I think you see a lot of Halloween in a lot of modern horror movies today.
Yep.
Like Sinister touching on that same trope. Just always kind of waiting in the shadows, and so many horror movies.
Absolutely.
Touching on that same trope. Shout out to Michael Myers, man. Arguably the most iconic horror villain there is.
Absolutely. That's a nice bold statement there, Keith. Thank you very much. Finally, we've got my bold statement of the day. My hopes, my dreams, my thoughts, my feelings, my aspirations, all of it packed up in one in a tight little bow. Look at that, Keith, behind us. We are going overtime.
Oh, my God.
That's good stuff.
Jeez,
Look at us. It's a long one.
It's back. We're back.
We're back, baby.
Sorry it took so long on that one.
That's okay. Keith, it's my bold statement of the day, the BSOTD. What have I got for you? It's right here in my lap. So let's open it. Okay. So I'm going to tell you right here, right now, folks. Disneyland is the best theme park out of all of them. It's better than Knott's. It's better than Universal. It's better than any water park anywhere you can go. Why? Because it's a perfect place for your family, for your friends, and for you. Okay? When you go to Disneyland, there is constantly a lively feel. There's music going on, and it gives you a feeling of familiarity because you've seen the movie and you are reminded of your childhood. You look to your left, there's a popcorn or a pickle to grab or a corn dog. You ride a ride that isn't so much about the thrill, but it's about the detail. The detail oriented in all the specific little things, all the sights, the sounds, the visual, every little thing. It's all about the details when it comes to Disneyland, and that's why it is the best theme park out there.
That's a good BSOTD.
Yeah.
It's a bold statement of the day.
What's your favorite
Couldn't agree
ride?
more.
My favorite ride, Thunder Mountain. Thunder Mountain. Big
Great
Thunder
one.
Mountain, the railroad. And if they would let me make a movie, because they've made a Pirates movie, I believe they're working on a Space Mountain movie. I could be wrong on that.
Really? Wow.
If they let me make a movie, I'd want to make a Thunder Mountain movie.
One, yeah.
Because the story of Thunder Mountain is everyone goes on this train, and they go on the train, and the train comes back, and the people are gone. Where'd they go?
Jeez.
Every time someone goes on the train, it goes out there, people are gone. Where'd they go? Where'd they go?
What a ghostly tale.
There's something there.
I didn't know this lore.
There's something there.
Thunder
Neither
Mountain.
did I.
What the hell?
There's something there.
ride.
Let's make a movie on
Good
it.
Lord, man.
Let's make a movie on that. That sounds great. I hope I'm telling the lore correct. I mean, I'm going to make sure that I'm not.
There's a lot of lore with Thunder
Not messing
Mountain,
up the lore
because there's
here.
actually been a couple fatalities on that ride.
Jesus. I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that kind of lore.
You want to talk about the good stuff, not the bad.
I'm talking about the
about the
lore of like
good.
the ride, not like the like. No, I'm talking about the story of the ride.
Yeah, you don't want to talk about the traumatic experiences.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about the
people
story of the ride.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I'm not talking about like No, I'm talking about the story of the ride. Like the story, like Pirates is about like Captain Barbossa and Jack Sparrow and all those things. Like I'm talking about that. I'm talking about the story of it. I'm not talking about like people's. in our lifetime.
Hey, don't get me going on pirates, man.
Enough.
Oh, the smell of that
Stop
water.
it.
Pirates.
Everybody loves
Lovely.
the smell of the Pirates of the Caribbean
course.
water, baby.
Yeah, it's
It's
great.
a distinct smell. They put something in it. Give me that water, man. I need
great.
it. Need it for my nostrils.
That's great, man. So I'm trying to get the storyline here for Old Thunder Mountain. It's
The big thun.
there's a lot more lore than I was expecting.
What did you just pull up like
don't know. I mean,
a 3-page
yeah,
essay
it's like
on Thunder
it's like
Mountain?
a 5-pager here we got.
So, back in 1928, this is
Yeah.
how it all began.
Pretty much. I mean, that's the story. The story of
Gotta
Big
love
Thunder
that.
Mountain Railroad is about the same all over the world. Gold was discovered in Big Thunder Mountain, and a nearby settlement thrived. However, natural disasters caused by spirits protecting the mountain destroyed the towns, reducing their population. There are minor differences depending on which park one is at. Okay, well, maybe I just BS'd you, but I think it's a good story that everyone gets on this train and then they go out there and they're trying to get gold, but they're not coming back. And the train comes back, and then you're like, where'd all the people go? So there's all these missing people. That's a good premise for a movie, maybe even a short film. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Let's make it.
Yeah, 100%.
Boom.
100%.
Guys, that's our show. That's Kel's Cuts. That's our show. Thanks for joining us. That was a lot of fun. We had a special guest on. We had Mr. Cole Prince. He is a #1 fan of the show.
Mr. Cole.
A self-proclaimed Lord of the Rings fanatic. He's a fan, and he's a friend. Cole, we're closing out. Any final words for the listeners at home? How you feeling? Did you have fun on the show?
Yeah, I had a great time. Thank you guys for having me. Just listening to you guys, all the previous episodes. It's a fun listen, and I'm glad I was able to come on. Thank you guys for having me, and I appreciate you guys. Love you guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, glad you were able to be a part of it, man.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
great
being
having
here.
You, great having you on, man.
Likewise.
Good hang. A good hang, as we say. Keith, we're closing out the show. You got any final words for the listeners at home? It is Keith Vogt here, guys. He is the illustrious co-host, the horror fanatic, the self-proclaimed animal expert. Here he is. Keith, how you feeling?
As always, I'm feeling like a lot of things. Feeling like a butterfly, ready to flap my wings and fly away.
Ah, nice. That made me smile. I like that one.
Thanks, man.
That was good.
Also, kind of feeling like a peacock. You got to let me fly.
Oh, that was good.
Okay.
Little other guys.
Yeah, little
Mark
other guys
Wahlberg for you.
showing up. Yeah.
There you go. That's
I'm
a great
peacock,
one.
Gil.
I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
fly.
Yeah, it's
Huh?
good. Guys, that's Keith Vogt.
Let me
That is
embrace
Keith
my
Vogt.
true self.
Yep, that's Keith Vogt. That's Cole Prince. And I am your host, Kellen Slattery. With all of that being said, we'll see you at the movies.